Hello, my name is Albert, and in this video, I'm going to go through how Parting Pearl Funeral Homes are able to send paperwork to their families in just a few seconds, how they can easily assist families that might need some help on that paperwork, and how their families can get that paperwork signed and back to them instantly. So, for some context about my role here at Parting Pro, I probably speak to around 3 to 5 or so funeral home owners pretty much every day. And a lot of times they tell me, how easy they're making paperwork for their families. They say, "Hey, Albert, yeah, all you gotta do is you go to my website. They just download the documents right on the homepage. They print them out. They fill them out. They scan them back in, and they email them back to me. Super easy, right?" And I'm here to tell you that this is not easy for the family. A problem that I come across constantly is that I don't think most funeral homes seem to meet or even understand expectations for convenience from the modern consumer. Yeah, it's 2022, and I think that it can be considered a hassle for someone to have a printer or find a printer and scanner in this day and age just to be able to do business with you, right? And I'm talking about someone that hasn't just experienced a death. Imagine someone that's grieving and you're having them go through all these steps, right? Another side of it is that this produces a lot of extra work for the funeral home as well. For example, now that if they make a mistake, it causes this extra friction, a lot more back and forth, right, to get things fixed and corrected. It can take a long time for them to get the paperwork back to you, which may hold up your internal processes. And another thing is you're just constantly checking your inbox. You have to keep it organized to see if they send the paperwork back to you. You're constantly following up, right? And this just creates a lot of extra busy work. I think that's really unnecessary. So in this video, I'm going to show you just a few steps how funeral homes that have Parting Pro are able to send and manage paperwork. All right, so let's say, for example, in this case right here, named Bob Smith, I'm going to send some paperwork to his wife, Debbie. So all I have to do, I could send her print here. And I just select Debbie's name first, and I hit next. And here will be a list of all the paperwork that you ever need to send to the family. What we've already done, we've taken that paperwork, the actual paperwork you're emailing today, we've tagged it. And in order to send a paperwork out, you just hit a button, you check a box here. Let's say I'll check this packet of documents. I can hit next. Or if I want to take the extra step, I can edit it. So what this does is this allows me to look at the documents before I send it off. And what Parting Pro will do right now is it'll take all the vitals that we already have on file, it'll populate this document, and then it'll let me view it before I send it off, right? And this is beneficial because if you're on the phone with the family, they give you information, you can type it in one time, and it'll flow into all the documents. This document here, it's a packet of documents. I have, a vital sheet. Below that, I might have, a release form. And below that, I might have an authorization form. But this is just an example of any document you might want to share with the family. So here you'll see some information is pushed in, some of it is blank. I can have optional required fields. I just have 2 required fields here, and you can see that they're in red. If I'm okay with this, I hit continue, and I'll have the family fill out the rest. I hit next. And here's the email that's already presented, right? So you don't have to type it every time. And if I've already talked to Debbie on the phone for a while, I can add my own little message here. Thank you for calling. And I'll leave it at that. So all I have to do now is hit send. And just like that, within, 8 seconds, I was able to send out that document. So what will happen now is Debbie will receive an email from Albert. Here it is. And she can open it up. So this is Debbie's inbox, and this is the email that I just wrote to Debbie. You can see this little sentence here. And she clicks on here, and then all the documents that we just generated are available for her to view as well. And so she can just bring this up. You can see everything that we filled in for her is already filled in. Whatever is missing, she can just go ahead and fill in here. If she want to fill in the this red form, this red box required form, she can do that as well. Okay, and down below she can click here to sign. All right, and just click here to sign. Okay, Debbie Smith, sounds good. I can sign here as well. Okay, so what happens when Debbie has an issue, right? Debbie calls Albert and she's like, "Hey, you know what? I don't know how to fill out this box right here." Instead of guessing what Debbie's looking at, Albert can come here. They can say, "Hey, has the email been delivered? Have you viewed my document?" And I can view progress. So Albert can view progress alongside with Debbie, and they can say, "Hey, you know what? You actually forgot to fill out this box right here," and you can actually see what they're doing. And I can actually help her fill things in as well. So if I want you to fill something in, if I didn't get over the phone or she needs help with it, I can just type it in for her directly here. All right. And then if I come back here, if Debbie opens it up, everything's going to be, everything that I just filled in. So I typed in the address. It's already filled in for her. So it's a live update on both sides. And once again, this reduces a lot of friction that may happen because you're not sure what they're doing after you email them documents over. Okay. Let's say, for example, Debbie completes the document. Everything looks good. There's sign here, sign there. Once again, these are just examples of documents. They hit finish. Now what will happen is this document will be complete. Neither party can edit it after it's completed. And now it will bring you back here where instead of saying view progress, now the funeral home already gets a copy. you'll get an email notification and you can download it from here, right? On the flip side, Debbie will also get a copy emailed to her as well, okay? If Debbie doesn't complete the documents, they can have reminders go out automatically. Basically, once you send it off, you don't have to worry about it. Once it's completed, it's going to be saved for you here. So this is how you can manage paperwork very easily. And other things I didn't really mention here is that, for example, if you send them a blank vital sheet, if they fill that information out, you can pull all that data back into Parting Pro, and then when you generate other paperwork, that information can flow into the other paperwork as well. So the idea here is just to make it very easy for the funeral home. Either they tell you over the phone one time, or they write it themselves one time. You don't have to manage that information. Hope this helps. See you in the next video.